Okay. Stupid kickstand. I guess it's the bumpy road that's making the kickstand not work or loosen up. Hopefully I can make it. All right, so I think we're ready to go. All right. See, what's my battery on my 93? So I got plenty battery left. Just ran out of GoPro battery. Anyway, I was discussing camera on your built-in camera in your helmet that you're only paying $150 for. So I'm thinking that built-in camera is not going to be very good. Not something you'd want to use and put up on YouTube, even if it was just for the occasional. So I spent some time trying to find people who had videoed, reviewed the helmet and tried to put the cameras to see what the camera looked like. And I did find some people, and the camera is horrible. So it would not be something you would want to watch. It might be something that could tell you if you had a wreck and you wanted to see how your wreck happened. It might be helpful for that, but trying to film you driving somewhere, yeah, it would be horrible at that. And that's what I expected it to be. I would have expected it to be that. So I was hoping I'd be surprised, but it did exactly what I figured it would. It couldn't be very good. Now, a lot of these helmets come with speakers so you can listen to music and Bluetooth. And I was thinking, I'm not so sure that listening to music on your bike is a good idea to start with. But let's just say it is a good idea. How good could the speakers be? And my opinion was that the speakers probably are not very good. And so I tried to find some reviews on all the different helmets that had speakers that you could listen to music on, including the one I have. And none of them scored very high. They were all pretty horrible. There was one that came out sounding good, but it wasn't a real speaker. It was actually doing the vibrations through your bones to create the the sound. And that had high ratings for music. But most did not. But I wasn't interested in music anyway while riding a bike. I was a little bit interested in voice quality. And, well, actually a lot interested, because I wanted to be able to, if I was riding somewhere, I would like to hear the directions. People who've been watching my channel probably know that I like following the directions. Oh, I guess I'll have to turn this thing here and, yeah. Okay, it's doing what it should be doing. Never mind. I think what it's telling me is that it's switching its direction to take me back home, which is what I wanted to do. So it did that automatically. I had programmed this as a round trip. So therefore, what I was hoping it would do is do a round trip. But I stopped early. I didn't finish the one section. So it looks like what it did was say, oh, you're heading in the direction for the second half. So you must be heading back. So let me switch my directions to catch up. So I'm kind of glad it does that. I didn't know it would, but I'm glad it does that. I brought the Garmin only just to see how it handled in a trail. So I guess it's not the worst thing. And it's probably better than nothing, but it's not going to give you very quick feedback. But if you're lost in the woods, I guess it'd help you a little bit. Now I'm on this nice big trail, so getting lost is probably not possible. I didn't know when I left how big this trail would be. I figured it's a train trail, so it probably should be about this wide, but I wasn't sure if the whole trail was an X-train track trail or if it was just part of it. I'm still impressed with the fact that we're going to end up having over 400 miles of trails one of these days. When they finish that, I think I'll try it if I'm, still alive. Not sure how long their project is going to last. But they started in 1997. They still haven't finished, so they're not in a hurry. Did I remember to turn this on? Yeah. Okay, sorry everybody. I'll probably block that out so you don't have to live through that. All right. I don't know how well you can see the canopies in the sky, but this looks really cool. It's not like riding through the neighborhoods, but kind of like this. You feel a lot less likely a car's going to run you over at any moment. Or a big semi is going to run you off the road because it doesn't care that you're in the way. So this one here, well, it doesn't do music well. I did not care about that. It did have probably the #1, well, I don't think probably, I think definitely it has the #1 rating for quality for a communication device with another one of these helmets. So if you give somebody else one of these helmets, or even the S1, S2s, just any of the ones that aren't the group ones, like this one here can connect to like 3 other people. So as long as you have one of the helmets that can connect to 3 other people, then it's going to work. Now Sena has licensed their product to other companies, so other companies also have the Sena communication device. So it's possible you could have a different helmet and for it to work if you find out which ones have the Sena communication installed. And I actually even read somewhere where you could probably buy it yourself and install it on your own helmet. I don't think I'd want to do that, but which I'm sure everybody listening to me know that that's something I would not do, or at least would not want to do. Yeah, you sometimes do things you don't want to do because you have to. I met a guy the other day who ended up graduating with an engineering degree and a physics degree. And he was kind of looking at designing some rocket propulsion type things. But after 1 year in the work world, inside of a building, having meetings and drawing up his plans, he decided he did not like that. That, yeah, he could do it, but it's not something he wants to do. That he wants to be outdoors. And so he ended up becoming a person who formed a business with another person, and what they do now is cut trees down. So for people. And he climbs up at the top of the tree and saws off the branches and generally has a good time. And he said he would never go back to being an engineer. He did not like working indoors. Now I imagine there's probably some engineers that work outdoors with physics degrees. Now he ends up using some of that when he's trying to decide cutting down a tree. You kind of have a little bit of use in that, but I never saw him breaking out anything and calculating it. He just does it all in his head. So I imagine all tree cutters do that, and they don't have a physics degree or engineering degree. Well, it kind of sounded like branches breaking, so I was wondering if there was an animal there, but I didn't see anything. It'd be interesting to see how joggy this is, because going over these rocks, it's shaking my hands really strongly. Now I have a stabilization thing on the GoPro, so I guess I want to find out how well it works. Even my eyes are getting shaken up. My legs are getting tired. Guess it's a good thing I started going back. I mean, I still got 5 miles to go, but so I guess I'll probably only end up with instead of about 25 miles that I thought I might get, probably only going to be 18 maybe. Strange that they haven't put this up yet. I guess this is going to be up. Maybe next time I come back they'll have the railings up. I hope my kickstand's still there. I don't know if I'll hear it fall off or not. Yeah, it's still there. One thing about this bike is that I constantly have to make adjustments to things. My bikes as a kid, I don't remember doing any adjustments. I just rode it. Occasionally put some oil in the chain. So it was interesting when I was looking at helmets what my final analysis came down to, because you'd think number one would be safety. But the safest helmets didn't have communication devices in them. So it turns out you have to have a compromise if you want communication device or Bluetooth connectivity. The helmet's not going to be quite as safe. And you got a little bit with comfort too. A helmet, a mountain bike helmet like what I'm wearing, it has air holes in it to help keep you from overheating your head, which is nice. So you go a little bit for that comfort. If you get one that doesn't have any of the air holes, it's going to get really hot. And you're going to be wanting to take it off at every opportunity you get, not wear it. Unless maybe it's winter. One of the things I'm thinking about putting in my bag, and I'll probably need to before too much longer, because when the temperatures start dropping to 45, 50, and I'm riding on the bike, I'll be getting cold. So I'm trying to figure out what should I pack that if I'm out riding and the temperature is such that what I'm currently wearing isn't warm enough, what do I need to pack? So I'm thinking I got a windbreaker and I can pack it because it's very light. But I don't really have another pair of pants that I think would be that helpful. So maybe a wind jacket would be all I need for 40 degree to 60 degrees. And if I'm trying to get below 40, maybe I need to plan a little better. Now, I may watch some people to find out videos of what people use for 40 degree weather. What's their idea of your wear that you should have on you for 40 degree weather. Now, since you're expending quite a bit of energy, you're going to be keeping yourself warm a little bit by just going. But like if you start coasting down a hill, you could freeze while headed down the hill. You get a lot of speed up, a lot of wind going. But I think a windbreaker might be good enough. Maybe you just need the windbreaker on top of this and I'll be fine. Now you can hear the kickstand's even more loose now. Jeez. But since I can hear it rattling, at least I know that it's still there. Assuming that's the kickstand rattling and it's not something else. End up getting back to camp with only a couple of pieces of my bike left. That'd be bad. See, when this train going through his area, they had to cut it all out. It's basically like not like a tunnel, but they still had to cut through it. You see the creek over there. Got 3.5 more miles to go to get back. My hand is kind of tired. Ah, turtle. I don't know if y'all saw that turtle. I was looking at it, watching the turtle walk around. I was wondering if it was a rock. But when I got right on it, I saw that it was a turtle. That guy I passed on the bicycle, he didn't have a mountain bike tires. They were kind of thin. So I'm surprised he was riding on this, but he was going a lot faster than me. Oh look, something just ran across. Looked like a squirrel though. I see those everywhere. Hey, squirrel. So you want to race me, squirrel? You know I can take you. All right, I think he ran off. I think he knew I could take him. That squirrel just reminded me that out here on this trail, it's just fun. So I'm glad I'm out here. This is one of the best reasons to get an e-bike is the fact you get to go out here and experience things like this, which you wouldn't be able to experience sitting at home. So, cool stuff. Well, one of the things I was talking about not too long ago was going on a 2-day trip that involved going around a lake. where I could fish in several different locations of the lake. But I was wondering how I would carry the fishing poles. I didn't want to have a big old gigantic fishing pole sticking out the back of my bike as a road. So I went to one of our local stores, sportsman place here, and they had what they call a collapsible fishing pole. That collapses down to about 2 feet. So I got it. It wasn't very expensive, like 30 bucks. But it'd be good enough, I guess, to catch fish with, unless it breaks. Oh, snake. I almost hit that snake. Or maybe I did hit that snake. I'm not too happy about hitting that snake. I was hoping I'd dodge it, but I think my front wheel did dodge it, but my back wheel may have hit it anyway, because it doesn't move quite as same way the front wheel does. Oh, my hands are slightly numb. So we moved past the hurting into numb. Uh-oh. Nope, I still got it. It's probably how bumpy the road is. I mean, it's easy to drive. I don't feel like I'm going to fall at any point in time. It's just very bumpy. This is the furthest I've been with no really, if I break down, safety's not very close. Well, hopefully the 2 camera batteries will hold out. I thought I could make it all the way to the end with 1 camera battery. It turns out I can't. Or at least not at the speed I was going. So the battery seems to only last about an hour, 10 or 15 minutes. Well, if things like this don't get me in shape, I'm not sure what would. Or at least more in shape. Trying to make my bike a little bit better protected for this trip, so people would still less likely to steal. I had ordered a seat post lock so that somebody wouldn't just take my seat really quickly, because you could do that because it has quick release on it. So I wanted to at least find something with a bolt on it, but I ordered this thing called, I don't know, Nut Fix or something. Anyway, it was by one of the lock companies, and so I said, "Oh, let me get that." And it came in only one size, so I figured that size must fit. Well, it turns out no, the size doesn't fit, and if you don't have that size, tough luck. They don't make any other size. But it was interesting how it worked. The way it worked, when I first got it, I was thinking, I don't know how it works. If I want to order it, they say it's a lock. And just staring at it, I couldn't figure out how it worked. But it ends up working on gravity. That if you lay your bike down, you're able to release the lock. And if it's standing up, it locks and you can't get to it. And the assumption behind there is that you're going to lock your bike up while it's upright, not laying down. Hello, people. I didn't get to test it out since it didn't fit my bike. I had to set it back. But I did test out how it works by turning it on its side and opening it and turning it where it's horizontal and not being able to open it. So I said, oh, that's kind of cool. Although you'd have to lay your bike down if you ever want to take it off, but I'm not really planning on taking it off, so yeah, that should be okay. I know the bike that the stand that I currently have is not going to work. It's no good. I don't need quick release. Quick release is not what I need. So I went and ordered another one that said that it was 35, which is what I needed, a 35. And it arrived and it was a 31. And I said, well, maybe it can be adjusted so that you can adjust it to be 35. No, can't be adjusted. They just sent me the wrong one. So I'm here today still using the quick release one because I wasn't able to get a lock, even though I wanted to. But you know, you can't always get what you want. Running into more people now. Didn't run into anybody for a long period of time. Hey, thanks. The instructions on the nut fix, that thing that was supposed to secure my seat post to the bike, its purpose was to secure seat post to the bike. Instruction number 1 says, this only secures the seat post. It does not secure the entire bike. You will need other locks for that. I'm like, what? Are you trying to tell me that I might think that locking the seat post would lock down the entire bike? I guess there's people like that around. I just said, do you really have to put that there? That's probably not necessary. And then the very next sentence says, ABUS recommends professional installers. So install this little nut on the bike. They tell you two things. That it's not going to secure the entire bike. You'll need a different type of lock. And I need somebody professional to tighten down this nut. Even I can tighten down a nut. But apparently they think I need a professional. So, and maybe I do. I believe my kickstand can testify to how good I am at tightening down nuts. So, yeah, there's always that. Oh yeah, this is that low road. Let's see how we do on this without crashing. Yeah, that was a little tough. Yikes! I almost hit the sticker bush again. I must have like a traction to that thing. Oh, yeah. Let's get off.
This board is stable. If you walk across it.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of dismantled some of the bridge.
It was fine just a little while ago.
What's wrong with it?
Depends on who you ask.
Oh.
Do you see anything that we could, we got to put down or something?
Yeah, any more rotten logs or anything?
No, but I did see that they have, if you go way down there about 5 miles, there's a bridge. That could use help.
All right.
Well, that's what we're here for. Today and tomorrow. You got us. Enjoy your ride.
Okay, I have hydrocortisone cream at home.
All right.
Bit of an obstacle here.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to have an obstacle course on this. All right, cool. All right, thanks for the good work you're all doing. Garmin's confused. It's not sure if I'm starting or going or coming. So it thinks I have 10 miles to go. Now I shouldn't. I should have 0.5 miles to go or something. Yeah, in theory, between that bridge and where my car's parked, supposed to be a mile. So we're nearly at the end. Oh, here we are at the bridge. The big bridge. The bridge is going over the Broad River. Whew. All right, so here we are again. It's pretty. Now you can see the sun's up a whole lot more. Interesting. Yeah, this bridge looks like it's a little injured. But still holding on after all these years. Okay, well here I am at the end of my adventure. Great day. Great day to be riding an e-bike. I'm glad that this crippled person like me is able to get out and see all of this. Totally impossible had it not been for the e-bike. I just got to figure out how to keep my e-bike from falling apart, but once I get that down, this is going to be a blast. So this is the end of this one, and can't wait till our next adventure. Whew. We made it.